Hi, Tajiri Sensei.
Hello, Oliver.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm very well. Thank you for finding the time today. And why don't we start the interview with you introducing yourself a little bit?
Okay. My name is Hiroshi Tajiri, and I'm Japanese. I came to the United States 1975. I have worked in Japanese companies in order to get my green card. Actually, I lived in Chicago for some time, and that's where I started my martial arts training in Chicago. And I met my instructor. His name is Fumio Toyoda Shihan, and I stayed with him for about 30 years, and that's how I became a martial arts instructor.
So you have two focus areas in your life is art and then also martial arts.
Yes, like I said, I worked in the commercial art advertising business for about 10, 15 years. I also wanted to become some kind of an artist. So I studied, illustrations, designing for the retail store, that kind of stuff, for about 15 years. And also, I decided to become a professional martial artist to pursue my curiosity in a certain spirituality in a life. Because I've been big fan of this spirit, the human spirit, connecting to much larger kind of spirit called the universal spirit. Being Aikido martial artist, this kind of searching for the spirituality is a big issue for me.
This blog is about curiosity. And the question now obviously is in what areas specifically in your life curiosity played a big role and what are you curious about?
Well, what I am curious about is again the connection between human life and human death, and the spirit that I strongly believe that exists in the universe. So my curiosity is based on mainly the much larger part of the spirit. That's what I'm interested. And as I got older, I became more and more desired to know how my life will end and where, and that time do I still live in a spiritual world. That is my main goal of the life right now. And also what this kind of curiosity works for me is that because I call myself kind of a spiritual person, not a cult, but just the pure spiritual person. I feel more comfortable with my aging.
Okay.
I'm not worried about my body and my mind and my spirit getting older, because what the Mother Nature said is that when you get older, you will lose part of it, and at the same time you will gain something else. And that's the gain that I'm feeling nowadays is my high level of the spirit that connect with my whatever I do.
And how are you exploring that curiosity? You have certain means. I mean, you still do a job, you work. Does that help you in exploring your curiosity, or what are the ways you explore that?
Because I am a martial art instructor, I found that there's so many interesting spirituality in a martial art that not only teaches people how to destroy someone, but how to connect with someone in a way that we don't have to kill each other. Because I believe that there are too many destruction in the world.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Okay, and every day you see these destructions, killing, that kind of stuff. And it's almost unstoppable, right?
Yes.
It is almost unstoppable.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. So what I read, the founder of this, the biography of the founder of this Aikido art, Ueshiba Sensei, he was an amazing person in a way that actually got my attention very deeply when I was young, when I started Aikido. That his idea was to reach out the people of the world by sending the pure spirit of the martial spirit, which also he believed that has to come from a larger part of the universe. And he called Kotodama. That's a part of his theory of this universal spirit is called Kotodama. Also, his techniques of the Aikido technique, physical technique, is beyond ordinary human power. He got the very, very high level of the human power, but not to. Oh, it's okay. Not to destroy the opponent, but work with the opponent, work with the people, so that nobody loses. Because traditional martial art means either you win or you lose. That's a very traditional martial art in any kind, anywhere, right? And as far as I know, Aikido is a very, very unique art, and probably is the only art that emphasizes not to find winning or losing, but winning and winning.
Winning and winning, yes.
So, actually, that is my my life curiosity is to find out how far I can go according to his path of his journey of the martial spirit.
How far in what is it? How far you can challenge yourself, or how far you can explore a situation to get as much out, so that both still can win? Is that the type of thing you get out?
Actually, the win-win situation is that still I believe what I do is a martial art. In other words, the bottom line of the martial art, as you know, everybody knows that when someone attacks, you have to destroy. That's the bottom line. And you can't change that. You cannot change. But you can redirect the concept
to another direction.
To another direction. You cannot change the basic concept of martial art that has been taught for thousands of years all over the world. So that you cannot change, but you can redirect the concept of this winning, losing into much higher level if you actually incorporate with the human spirit. You can, I believe, you can redirect into a higher level of martial spirit. That's what I call win-win situations.
You're talking about the exploration of life and the preparation for death. Was that the focus point always, or how did you reach there? And what was it that you were curious about earlier on?
Well, this question about this, life and death, did not come to me when I was young. As you know, when you were young, you don't think about death. You think about life. I was not into this any kind of spiritual life when I was younger. Mm-hmm. I had no interest in this kind of lifestyle whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I had no interest in just about anything.
Okay.
I didn't have any interest in any specific stuff.
You were not curious.
I was not curious. I didn't have much curiosity.
Okay.
I was too busy actually, having fun in my youth.
Okay.
Whatever I did, and I
You were curious about fun then?
Oh, yeah, I was curious about fun. I was curious about girls, just like any other young people. One thing that happened to me that changed my course of my life was that when I started learning, it's called Zen Buddhism, Zen meditations. And I was 26 or 27 when I started learning these Zen meditations, and of course, Zen meditation is such a difficult training. It requires, mind and body, spirit in a very high level. And again, like I said, was I interested in that kind of stuff? No, I was not interested. But I did it anyway. It's because it was a part of the Aikido requirement that time. That I had a different kind of life. I was living in an Aikido school with a bunch of other guys, and my instructor was very much into this Zen meditations, and he put us into training. So I basically didn't have much choice. So I did it. As I said, I had no interest in it, but I did it anyway. And when I got older, like 35, in the 40s, I thought myself, that the body has limitations. No matter what, no matter who you are, what you are, your body will eventually cease to exist. What about your spirit? Does a spirit go with it? I got curious.
Okay.
And if the spirit goes with the body, then what's the meaning of going through this training?
Okay.
So if I die and if my spirit goes with it, then why am I wasting my time training like this?
Okay.
So I read the books. I read the books, and I listened to the tapes of for the philosophers, spiritual philosopher like this, and then came to make a conclusion that even the body will cease to exist. The human spirit still continue flourishing if you train your spirit.
But to train your spirit, you also have to train your mind.
Exactly.
And your body.
Your body too, yes. Your mind and body, your spirit, like we call this Japanese called Tai, which means body, and Shin, which means mind. and the other one called tamashi, which is the spirit. So those three are very different kind of object has to be coordinated into one.
If you try and go back in that journey that you were describing and try to pinpoint the area where you suddenly got curious about this, how would you describe that? Because
I try out a lot, even nowadays. I do not just teaching, but I practice with other guys. Okay, so I do train a lot, and it didn't happen overnight. This kind of desire or thinking that that I have now took me something like 30 years to reach this level of my life. So if I don't know if I can pinpoint exactly when it happened or how it happened.
Yeah.
That is something, it's not like I kept in a notebook or something like this.
Okay, yeah.
It just happened gradually. I need to fulfill my life that was given by the universe, that I sincerely believe human life was given by the much larger entity, which I call universe.
Okay.
Okay, and some other like religious people, like Christian people, call the God, and maybe Buddhism people call Buddha gave you this. Okay, and since I don't have that kind of specific entities that give us life, I call the universe and universal spirit, and I believe that my life was given by that spirit of the universe with a purpose.
And what is that purpose?
The purpose.
Are you curious about that purpose?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The purpose of being given this life is to accomplish something bigger than just my body. Okay, and I now know what is this purpose. Okay, I can comfortably tell you that the purpose of my life in this world is to reach out people and give them what I learned from either from myself or my experience or my instructor or whoever I met, whatever I did. I have all kind of experience in my life that need to be handed over to someone else.
To be shared. So
To share, exactly.
So sharing is a purpose, yeah.
Sharing is a big part of my life. I don't believe it's for everybody. It's only for certain people. And I chose to live in a very different life from other people.
Okay.
And now I'm adding more into other stuff. For instance, like fine art, that I've always wanted to become a fine artist, and I'm getting better like this.
You're doing what they call Sumi, which is a beautiful ink art with Japanese ink. And what made you curious about that? How did you end up doing that?
Because like I said, I studied Zen meditations for some time, and Zen meditation actually stresses the simplicity. I had a big interest in this Japanese Sumi-e paintings, very traditional Japanese Sumi-e paintings. So there are two kinds of Sumi-e paintings. One is a Chinese style, which is more complex, more. It's not as simple as Japanese Sumi-e paintings. Okay, as Chinese Sumi-e painting is kind of like Western type of oil paint. So many subjects that they paint. The Japanese Sumi-e painting is that even like one dot that you put on the canvas, that tells millions of different opinions, things in one dot.
Okay.
You just have to find it.
But you can feel it's there. That's kind of the artistic part of it.
It
right?
is, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can feel, or even third party can feel if they look at and if they're interested. If they're not interested, probably if they're not curious about it, then it just a dot.
Yeah.
But if you were curious about what this dot is, what's the significance of this, then you find tens of millions of
possibilities
in a one dot. That's what the Sumi-e painting is. And that's how I started, because as I said, I was interested in a much larger picture of the universe. And even the Sumi ink, it's just black. It's plain black ink. But inside the black ink, it says there are tens of millions of different colors, depending on how much water you use, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I became very fascinated about this, the painting. And not only that I became fascinated, but I wanted to learn how to do it.
You are self-taught. In Aikido, you have teachers, and in art, you choose to be self-taught. Why is that?
Actually, even art. Actually, I did have a instructor. Actually, because I went to college, my degree was art.
Okay.
So I have a basic skill of understanding art. Either fine art or commercial art.
Do you think it is essential to have instructors to develop curiosity?
It's not essential, but it's preferable. It's preferred. It's nice to have an instructor. It's better to have an instructor who guides you to the certain level. And if you're self-taught like myself in the fine art, eventually you will come to the point where you cannot break this big wall anymore. You kind of you're dead end. You meet a dead end, and you don't know what to do because you don't have techniques to break through this. But if you have an instructor, or if you go to college, you learn from an instructor. The instructor will give you this technique to break through this barrier. So my suggestion is to find an instructor, either martial art or fine art, whatever. It's better to have an instructor. That's for sure. But that doesn't mean you cannot do it if you don't have an instructor. It's not that. You can do if you try. Like I did. I've been trying to learn this Sumi-e painting, and I'm having fun, because the bottom line is you have to have fun.
Okay.
You have to enjoy it.
So fun is a big element for you, and curiosity.
Huge element in curiosity, fun, and spirit of challenging.
Okay.
You try to you need to have a challenging spirit for anything, right? Because also dream. I have my theory is that if you have a dream, and if you have a spirit of a challenge, and if you have a curiosity, you become very successful in your life.
What is the spirit of challenge for you? What is that?
The spirit of challenge is to find something that you can really enjoy in your life. You know, and it comes with sometimes it comes with a price. It's not easy. You know, you need the time. You might probably need financial aid. You know, because everything costs.
Okay.
And you need you need certain timing, also important.
Yeah.
If you miss the timing of this challenging timing, the next challenging opportunity may not come.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So you have to observe very thoroughly. You know, when is the time to challenge for this?
Okay.
You know, but just keep eye on it.
Okay. So you were talking about your current curiosity. We were talking about how you came here and explored a life that was gradually improving in terms of curiosity levels, right?
That's right.
So why do you think in the end is it important to be curious?
It's like a child. You know, children have much bigger curiosity in many things. When they are presented new things, they become very excited, right? As we get older and older, you know, we lose this kind of ability to be curious.
Yeah. It's a little longer lived, maybe, when you're older, right?
Yeah, like you said, you know, I've been here too long. You know, I'm not interested in this anymore, right? As opposed to the children, when you give something to children, you know, if they are really interested, the first reaction is, you know, they use the body to show the curiosity or the joy, like this. So the reason why curiosity is important in your life is so that you can go back, you can be child again.
Okay.
In your life.
So we came full circle about the kind of life and death experience. Yeah.
So in other words, that when you die, to me, in my knowledge, when you die as a child, right?
If you keep your curiosity in the spirit.
If you keep curiosity, but you know, even like a physical part, if you die, you know, you die as a child because the child, when a child come to this world, they come with a naked, and when you die, you live naked, so you're a child again.
So, if you would summarize curiosity as a message, or what it means for you in one sentence, what would curiosity be? For you, what is curiosity for you in one sentence?
Curiosity in one sentence. Okay. Joy. I think.
So it's one word.
One word, joy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's a good one.